Holla ballers, what's going on? It's Preacher, and it's a Holy Priest Guide day. Yeah, baby. Why am I not in LFR, or why am I not in a raid or anything like that? Well, guys, look, okay? I've done a lot of healing guides in my time, and let me tell you, LFR is the worst place to learn about healing in the history of mankind. It's horrible. I can't even express how bad LFR is in terms of learning to do anything with your class. So what I decided is I'd actually take it back to the old school. This is where I think I initially did my first ever Holy Priest guide. And as such, I'm more than happy to come back here and do some stuff. Because actually, in terms of remade dungeons, this one ain't too bad. Ain't too bad at all. Hey, dude, what are you doing, bro? Hey. 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 Mr. Legendary Mage, what are you doing, son? Calm down. So, I've come to Shalomance. And we're going to do the usual guide stuff. So I'm going to talk about the two different chakras that can go into, and then I'm going to talk about the priest in general. I hope we have enough time. A lot of people... We've got a mage here doing 400k DPS. I would be more than happy if you didn't do that. I've got to be honest, just to buy me some time, but that's okay. We'll let it slide. When you're playing a Holy Priest, there's a couple of things that you always need to bear in mind. One is how many options you have to be fucking awesome. And I am not even being sarcastic in that way. The Holy Priest, this particular Holy Priest, my first ever raiding character. This is the first character I ever did Molten Core with. This particular priest right here. He's not been re-rolled or anything. He has been a goblin in the past. And it's great to see how this class has developed in terms of tools and options and everything you can do with the class in order to solve a situation. It's something I particularly love. Lovely double dispel there. Wait, are you kidding me, bro? Come on. So we're obviously looking at chakras. Now you can see I've got this tell me when notification right here just above my character pane. And that is telling me just currently what chakra I'm in. And that is for no other reason than I'm a little bit forgetful sometimes. I am a little bit forgetful sometimes. And I like that it's an unobtrusive way of me just knowing what the hell is going on. I love the aspects of it. And also how these chakras work and how they change the efficiency of the spells that you're doing. So you'll notice a couple of things that I'm doing is I'm keeping Renew on the main tank. And Renew is actually going to be one of my main sources of healing. So, some of you might be surprised by that. And all I'm going to be doing is keeping my Holy Word, which is, let me just note this wrong, Serenity. My Holy Word Serenity on cooldown. I'm going to keep that Holy Word Serenity on cooldown. And I'm also keeping my Prayer of Mending on cooldown, okay? Because those are my most efficient, most powerful spells. And I also bear in mind that because you're in this chakra state, are we going to pull the whole room? I would imagine so. Our mage friend here is going to. Is that, in fact, your Cascade... or in fact your level 90 talent, be it Divine Star or whatever, actually refreshes the duration of Renew while you're in this chakra state. That is actually vital. So you can see I've got Renews on all these targets. If I pop my Cascade and send it on its way, again, keeping that Prayer of Mending on cooldown, firing off my Holy Word, you see it's actually refreshing. Those Renews are continuously ticking. And you're going to start seeing Renew tick for absolutely phenomenal amounts, especially in raids. Obviously, this chakra state that I'm in right now is pretty much the preferred 10-man style. So note that it's all about just keeping things on cooldown. Your basic efficient spells, filling in with heal, great heal wherever necessary. So you can also see I'm rocking From Darkness Comes Light. I've classically hated, and many of you have agreed, which I think is pretty correct, of randomness in any form when it comes to healing. Because when we are in trouble as a healer, or the raid's in trouble is probably more accurate. When the raid is in trouble, that's when I really need to step my game up. And I need on-demand, ready-to-go things. But what I've noticed, actually, from using From Darkness Comes Light more often, is that it procs pretty goddamn regularly. It really does. It procs so regularly that I'm actually not even bothered by it in the least. I don't find it to be a pain. I don't find it to be a trouble. And I actually quite like it. I enjoy the fact that I've got these instant cast flash heals. Marrying that up with Serenity means that I'm getting these big crits as well. Remember, your Holy Word Serenity gives you huge amounts of crit. And on top of that, it works really nicely with Serendipity. If I was to be casting a lot of greater heals, probably not likely to do in Shalomance, but that's fine. See that Holy Word there? Dropping some big free 200k flash heals on people. How can I complain? How can you complain at free 200k heals? I wonder. Fade. Not even the Fade's going to save me. Come on, let's get near the tank. So now we'll get a great heal. You see that's... Oh, look at that. Instantly gorgeous fucking healing that came from that Serendipity. Absolutely adore it. So wonderful. When we switch chakra states, which I'll probably do in the next room, just to demonstrate for you, your total priority changes. You'll notice while I'm in Chakra Serenity, I'm not using Circle of Healing pretty much at all. And that's because it's actually a pretty inefficient spell for me while I'm in Serenity. Okay, Circle of Healing, as much as I would like to say keep it on cooldown and add it to your Prayer of Mendings and your Holy Words, it's actually a very inefficient spell. What I want to tell you is that that switches immediately once you change your chakra over to Sanctuary, okay? Do note, though, that Holy Word Sanctuary, not great, guys, okay? As much as I would like that to be great, you can see just renewing that on there. I've got this Flash Heal saved up. I can bank these. I don't need to be, like, wasting them constantly. I would change chakras to my damaging chakra, but it's totally unnecessary with a 300k DPS mage. Completely unnecessary, but that's how it goes. So in this state, I'm not using Circle of Healing pretty much at all. I'm not really dropping Lightwell either. You guys will be doing that in raids, obviously. But if I switch over to my different chakra, if I switch over to Sanctuary, then the game changes just a little bit. Because now Circle of Healing is actually one of my most efficient spells. Now, this is not a great chakra to be in for this dungeon, but I'm just going to demonstrate it for you anyway. But you can see that I also have this other talent. I always forget the name. I think it's Divine Insight. Yeah, the Divine Insight. This is something that's going to play more into a 25-man raid environment. In a 25-man raid environment, the Holy Priest changes slightly, and for the worse, in my opinion. I really do think it's for the worse. Is it actually switches to this raw HPS beast. Now that sounds cool, right? I'm saying it feels slightly worse. But as much as a Holy Priest is fantastic at being this raw HPS beast, it's actually a very limited playstyle in terms of keeping your Circle of Healing going, keep your Prayer of Mending going, tossing those renews constantly. Please do never underestimate the power of the renew. It's fucking fabulous. It's so good. I use my Shadow Fiend on this guy. Why not? Let's get the deeps going. I'm actually going to change chakras. For this dungeon, I love being in Chakra Serenity. It feels, I mean, fucking hell. 146k Holy Words? Yeah, please. And you guys will be kicking out much more. That Prayer of Mending proc from Divine Insight. So cool. The Holy Priest is such a total beast. But do be aware that when you switch over to Sanctuary, your job is essentially Prayer of Healing spam and Circle of Healing spam. And you're going to be keeping them on cooldown and just focusing on them. Get some nice tell me when notifications for each of these, showing you when your main spells are on cooldown. You don't need to be tracking things like your heal or your great heal. Obviously, they're always ready for you to rock and roll. But it's a totally different playstyle when you switch chakras. And that's very cool. The Holy Priest is that class that you actually chose because you wanted to heal people. Yeah? You actually wanted to heal people. That sounds odd. I know. It sounds very weird. But it is the class that you choose because it puts out incredible HPS, unstoppable performance, and it's never really beaten. It runs into a couple of mana issues compared to Dis, and some will easily argue that Dis is better when it comes to just preventing damage. But when those people do take damage, and they will, it's the Holy Priest that really puts out the numbers, and it's unrivaled when it wants to put out huge amounts of HPS and it's not being sniped by other players. Give it a try, guys. Have fun with it. Bye.